Welcome back to another video. My name is Stephen Foster, and today I'm talking about the new Kindle, the Kindle that came out technically at the end of 2022, but it's 2023 now. I've had this Kindle for a few months, coming from the old Paperwhite, the Paperwhite from 2018, I believe it was. And so I wanted to talk about why I ended up upgrading to just like the baseline, like entry-level Kindle. I think this is the 11th generation Kindle now. Share with you some of my thoughts on it and why I don't think I'm ever going back to a Paperwhite. I think I'm just gonna stay with the base model if this is like the new base model and like what I like about it. I'm actually really digging this thing. Let's get into it. I've seen people do like 20-minute long Kindle review videos. I don't think that's necessary for this. I'm gonna try to do this video like super quick. I guess you'll see the timestamp. You know if I succeeded or not. There are really only three things though about this Kindle. The reason why I'm excited about it. It's the display, it's the like size, weight, storage, sort of like the overall package of the device. And then it's this like big addition of USB-C. That's like, I'll talk about why that's important here in a sec. But coming from the old Gen 4 Paperwhite, a few of the things that I did not like about this is I didn't like how big the bezel was on this. It just always felt like unnecessarily large. I did not like that this had micro USB, especially in 2023, where now like everything I own is USB-C. Like I don't want anything that's not USB-C in my life. And the final thing about this Paperwhite was it felt like the display refreshing was just a little bit slow. It was like just a tad behind. It never felt like just smooth. And that's kind of weird because the display in the new Kindle, in this 2022 Kindle, I think it's the same display actually. If you look at them, if you look at the specs, they're probably the same display. I don't know if it's like there's a new processor in here or what, but this seems to just update a little bit faster. It seems to be able to do like the incremental updates like in the e-ink, just a little bit quicker. And I really like that, it's really nice. And coming from previous iterations of the original Kindle or like the base model Kindle, this actually now has that high DPI, that like really clean looking screen that was previously only on the Paperwhites. Not to mention that this display is also backlit. Now it doesn't have the warm backlighting that you can get on the newer Kindles. This is definitely good enough. I typically don't like reading with backlight. I'd rather have like a little lamp, desk lamp sort of thing, because I'd rather the light come in rather than come out at my face. So I don't really mind that it doesn't have the warm backlight. The built-in backlight is more than enough for me. All right, let's talk about the overall package of this, because for me, this Kindle being like only about $100 roughly, depending on where you live, it may be slightly different, but roughly around that price point, it feels a little bit cheaper. The plastic feels a bit thinner. It's definitely a lot lighter, which is very welcome. I like that this thing is so light. I actually haven't thrown a case on it because I kind of like that I can throw it around. I kind of like that I feel like, you know, this can get used a bit. It still is durable. I've thrown it in my bag with no case and ran around and traveled with this, and it's definitely held up over the last few months. And I just like how light this is. Like this is lighter than any book that I would probably ever pick up. I can hold this for hours and not fatigue. This feels like the right package. Like I don't think I can go back to a Paperwhite only because they're trying to put more features into that device. That device is always going to be heavier. I think the difference though on these is like the 2018 Paperwhite was like 180 grams, and this base model Kindle I think is less than like 160. So it's about 10% lighter than any other Kindle. And like you think like, oh, that's not gonna make a huge deal, but for me at least, that's a game changer, especially when you're holding something for over like an hour or two. Finally, what's really nice about this device is that it has USB-C. And yes, I know the newer Kindle Paperwhites have USB-C, but the fact that it's now on the base model makes it such a more attractive and accessible device, because not only can I just plug this in at my desk or like pretty much anywhere in the house where I have a USB-C cable, it's also nice for data transfers. I get a lot of ebooks from Standard eBooks, which if you haven't checked them out, definitely do so. Give them all the love, because I love the books that they produce over there. I'll link them actually down in the description below. But I'm constantly adding books to my Kindle over a USB connection to my computer. So having just that ease of like, I have a USB-C cable that's like literally just right here on my desk that I can plug into my computer at any time and put a book on this. And that's really nice to have that flexibility, that sort of ease of use. Are there any drawbacks to this? Like, yeah, totally. I think the big things that I would love to see on the Kindle are like, I would love to be able to get like Substack on here, my Readwise stuff on here, like very easily. There's really not a good way to do that. I still can't drop an EPUB on this. I have to either like send it to like Kindle send to Kindle EPUB thing, which feels like really janky, or I have to like drag and drop files in the file system to like put the thumbnail file in, and like that's all. I'm not a big fan of that. Despite all of that though, I am an absolute fan of this new Kindle. I think this is definitely the one for most people. If you've been waiting to upgrade for a while, I think now is the time to make that happen. Hopefully this was helpful for you, comparing this to like an older Paperwhite and also the new Kindle. Leave a comment down in the description below if you are gonna go with the original Kindle or the base model Kindle. And if you're coming from something like even a Paperwhite, I would love to hear your thoughts as well. With that, thank you to everyone who's subscribed to this channel. I'm so stoked and honored by you. Be kind both in life and in the comments below, and like this video to send good vibes across the internet. And we'll do it again soon. Later.